Quantum computers could wreak havoc on our current financial system, but what is XRP and other crypto assets doing to help protect its ecosystems and its users from quantum attacks? Let's go ahead and explore where quantum computers are today and what needs to be done in the meantime to keep our crypto safe. Crypto Eerie posted this video, did a fantastic job. She put out a video yesterday. I watched it. It kind of blew my mind a bit, and so I wanted to research this. I was up, for hours last night, laying in bed, thinking about how I could better research this to better understand it, and this is the research I was able to put together, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Here is the video she put out just yesterday.
Just so the audience knows, a scalable functional quantum computer is within 3 years, according to our best experts around MIT, maybe even sooner. The software to run on it is a next level, but it's software, it could be solved very, very quickly.
So what is the implications of that, Dave, if we had that?
Well, so nobody knows. Right now, quantum computers load very, very, very slowly, like thousands of times slower than a regular computer. But once all the stuff is in there, it processes instantaneously. What could take, a regular computer 100,000 years to compute, it can do in seconds, but only within very specific domains.
100,000 years of a regular computer, this could do in seconds. That's crazy.
So the question is optimizing a neural network one of those domains or not? Right. And I know aspects of it are. We've already gotten that far, but any bottleneck kills the whole system, right? So the whole thing has to port, or the hard inner loops need to port for it to be a big unlock. So nobody knows, but if math and physics are about to be quote unquote solved by AGI, maybe we'll know as soon as in the next 6-9 months.
Listen, quantum computers are going to unlock things that we've never even thought possible, cures for diseases. I don't know what other kind of use cases they're trying to use this for, but I'd imagine they'll have some type of military applications, as well as, how do we keep the current financial system safe? Because that is where all of the money is currently stored. If these quantum computers are able to do things that regular computers can't, how safe is this? And so Google's Willow quantum chip with calculation in under 5 minutes would take a fastest supercomputer 10 to 25 years. Now, it's not 10 to 25 years. It's 10 to 25 years, I think. Let me show you this. This is crazy.
Results are pretty surprising. By our best estimates, a calculation that takes Willow under 5 minutes would take the fastest supercomputer 10 to the 25 years. That's a 1 with 25 zeros following it, or a timescale way longer than the age of the universe.
This is what I'm worried about. Right? This is how good quantum computers actually are. So you're starting to realize that all of these current financial systems that these companies have, they're probably at risk here. And I believe this is also the reason why countries all over the world are finally getting into a space where crypto is going to be legal, because I do believe the future of all of these markets, I think we proved the future of all these markets will be on blockchain. Now, let's explore the XRP ledger. Let's explore HBAR and other cryptocurrencies that are working to keep all of the funds and ecosystem safe, but we're also going to explore some other use cases that bad actors could use quantum computers for, and so let's talk about this. So, breaking traditional encryption. Most banking and financial platforms use cryptographic algorithms like RSA and ECC to secure data, ensure transaction authentication, and protect communication channels. Quantum computers can efficiently run algorithms such as Shor's could break these encryption schemes, exposing sensitive data, including transactions, customer information, and authentication measures to cyber criminals. Digital signature forgery. Authentication and integrity in banking rely on digital signatures. Quantum computers could forge these signatures by discovering private keys from public information, enabling unauthorized access to funds and systems. Also, you're talking about compromising secure communications. Protocols like SSL, TLS, used for HTTPS to secure emails and VPNs would be vulnerable. Intercepted encrypted messages could be later decrypted. So if they are gathering information now that is encrypted, bad actors could use this information in the future to decrypt what they currently have already stolen, right? They can't look at it yet, but they will have access here in the future, in the upcoming years. It also says undermining the payment and settlement systems. This is something that we're talking about here, right? This is the important part. Financial institutions and payment networks depend on cryptographic assurance for settlement and clearing operations. Quantum attacks could threaten the infrastructure supporting global payments, trades, and clearinghouses, risking wide-scale financial instability. And there's also loss of public trust and systematic risk. Awareness of quantum threats could undermine trust in financial institutions and digital money, increasing the risk of bank runs or massive shifts to alternative systems if consumers lose confidence. So if there's a bunch of hacks by quantum computers, people would not feel that their money is safe into banks anymore, and they would go and put that money into maybe gold or silver or maybe even cryptocurrency. What cryptocurrencies are already quantum resistant and what cryptocurrencies still need to be upgraded? So Bitcoin is not quantum resistant right now. It uses ECDSA, vulnerable, no upgrades yet. Ethereum uses the same thing, no quantum upgrades yet. Solana uses ED25519, not quantum safe. Ripple is the XRP ledger is in progress of building and developing this. Not quantum resistant yet, but preparations and roadmap and research are in progress to do this. And of course, Dogecoin, Cardano, Avalanche, Shiba Inu, Tron, and Toncoin are not. Some ones that are currently quantum resistant we could talk about are Algorand here. Algorand implements post-quantum Falcon signatures for specific use cases. And there was also some information about HBAR here too when I researched this up above here. Let me see if I can locate that. Here you are. HBAR employs robust SHA 384 cryptography. So that is also one that could be, financial institutions could use to keep their infrastructure safe. Now, looking at the XRP ledger, what needs to be done here to make it safe? The XRP ledger uses standard elliptic curve cryptography, and this is kind of what they use. These cryptographic methods can be broken by a sufficiently powerful quantum computer using Shor's algorithm, meaning XRPL wallets whose public keys have been exposed could be vulnerable. So if you've ever sent somebody your public address, they could take that public address and rework it to get the private keys for that public address. That is the crazy stuff here. Quantum readiness strategy. XRPL is not fully protected yet against quantum attacks. The Ripple development team and wider XRPL community have acknowledged the risk. There are ongoing research projects and proposals to integrate post-quantum cryptography, for example, hash-based or lattice-based cryptography. The ledger is considered to have a cryptographic upgrade path, which means it can integrate new quantum-resistant algorithms and they become available for standardization. Industry position and future moves. Ripple's leadership, including its CTO, has stated the XRPL will transition to quantum-safe cryptography when standards mature and the actual quantum threat becomes imminent. Analysts see the XRP ledger as quantum-ready blockchain because it is proactively planning for the migration, but it has not made the upgrades as of yet. So that's really interesting to see. And BlackRock also did send this warning out to their customers, basically saying, and I want to thank Digital Asset Daily for posting that BlackRock issues warning quantum computing is a threat to Bitcoin. David Schwartz, who worked on Bitcoin, the Ripple CTO, explained this years ago and explained how XRP is quantum proof. Now, I believe that they're still working to do all of this. I originally thought that, hey, I thought the XRP ledger was already quantum proof, but the research that I've done so far has not pointed me to that. Now, if there's something that I'm missing here, please let me know down in the comments and I can make a second video here coming up with that stuff, but I couldn't find any post or information when I went looking for it today. There are people that are way more advanced, and I won't even begin to say that I am a beginner in understanding quantum computing because this is on a whole different level. So if there's information you guys have, please let me know it in the comments. I'd love to, change anything that I've gotten wrong here. So thank you. If quantum computing is able to advance in a way, there is risk that quantum computing could result in the cryptography underlying the Bitcoin network becoming ineffective, which if realized could compromise the security of the Bitcoin network or allow a malicious actor to compromise the wallets holding Bitcoin owned by the trust or others of the Bitcoin network. Danny here said Bitcoin is cooked, XRPL is king. BlackRock just warned, right? He's just bringing up the warning too, so a lot of other people in the community noticed this as well. And then, of course, the BIS is working on something called Project Leap. It's to establish a quantum safe communication environment. Let me just show you what they're working on here in the background.
Every day, billions of financial transactions are executed globally, from day-to-day retail payments to complex financial market transactions. In our globally connected digital economy, these transactions take the form of electronic records that are transmitted, processed, and stored in computers around the world. Protecting all this data is crucial for the privacy and integrity of financial transactions. Sensitive information is encrypted and signed using cryptographic protocols to ensure that an unauthorized entity cannot read, alter, or counterfeit transactions. Secure and reliable cryptography is key to the stability of our global financial system. Cryptography is based on complex mathematical problems that are carefully designed so that even today's largest computers cannot decrypt them and steal information. But the potential emergence of quantum computers challenges the reliability of current cryptographic systems. Once these computers reach sufficient size and power, they could break current cryptographic protocols. That could be highly damaging and costly for the financial system. While quantum computers are not yet available, the security threat is still real and needs to be urgently addressed. Already today, malicious actors can intercept and store confidential data with the intention of decrypting it later. To counter this threat, Project Leap, a cooperation between the BIS Innovation Hub Eurosystem Center, Bank of France and Deutsche Bundesbank, aims to help central banks and the global financial system transition towards quantum-resistant cryptography. In its first phase, the project set up a quantum-resistant virtual private network to send payment messages between the French and German central banks. This quantum-resistant connection is meant to ensure the confidentiality and integrity of payment messages, even in the quantum era. But moving to quantum-resistant security also presents some challenges that need to be tackled. Project Leap has addressed some of the specific challenges of this transition for financial systems. The need to inventory existing systems and identify where vulnerable cryptographic protocols are used. The need for a dedicated team with new competencies. Cryptographic agility, which is the property of being able to switch between cryptographic schemes and algorithms without affecting the applications. The quantum-resistant cryptographic protocol's capacity and impact on performance. By identifying and analyzing these aspects, Project Leap helps central banks prepare for the transition to quantum-resistant cryptography.
All right. If you're worried about quantum computers maybe having, wreaking havoc on your current bank or infrastructure, the best thing that you can do is reach out to your bank and ask them what are they doing to prepare for quantum computers. I think that is a reasonable question that you could call your banker, private banker, whoever. I know a lot of you that watch the channel are aged between 35 and 65. And actually 35 and 75 are the main people who watch this channel. So I know that a lot of you are, very secure in life, and you are at a place where you probably have some type of, a broker account somewhere where people are giving you financial advice and things like that. These are the types of people that you could also ask, what are they doing to keep the infrastructure safe? I will bring you updates as I get them. Obviously, information is constantly changing. So if you want to stay up to date with all of this, make sure that you're following. If you're interested, I did build a course on XRP. It has a lot of really good information in it. It's absolutely free. You can use the link down in the description of this video to take the course, and I'd love to get some feedback from you once you take the course. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. I'm Crypto Sensei. Aloha. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Please seek financial advice if you need it. Let's get back to the video.